tip-off. It is up, and Mendez will get the first touch of the night. However, the ball does go out of bounds. And as quickly as the game began, we've got a very quick turnover as the Vikings will take over. Number 15, Jeremy Grosby out of South River High School. The freshman gets a good look now from the top of the key, feeds this one back out to Dylan Sisk. Again, out of Middletown South, a lot of Shore Conference representation on this Vikings team. Almost feels like a Shore Conference all-star team, if you will. Nice spin move from the baseline, got it. Dylan Sisk lets it fall. The 5'10 sophomore gets the first points of the evening. And it's a 2-0 Vikings lead. Bringing this one up the floor for the Roadrunners is number 12, Hyzier Davis, out of Winslow Township, an Olympic Conference foe. 2 pump fakes from Mendez. Throw is high. This is going to get out of bounds. And Brandon Williams expressing his frustration as his newest player, Mendez, has picked up 2 turnovers in the first 46 seconds of play. Shot clock should have 30 seconds on it after the turnover. I think that they definitely made a mistake there. Now moving in from the baseline. Contact on his way up, but no call. As a basket made by Robert Pearson out of Toms River South. Vikings are off to a 4-0 start. Davis lays it in. The Roadrunners have their first points. And now wasting no time, feeds it out. 3, no good, too long. Almost an offensive rebound. Sisk picks it up. And a high flying pass taken in by Jamari Smith. 2 pump fakes, moving to the right, moving through heavy traffic. Bounce pass gets knocked away, and it's out of bounds. This will be inbounded by Brian Starrett out of Brick Memorial High School. One of the 2 high schools in Brick, the other being Brick Township. There really isn't a South Jersey equivalent for a township and a Memorial High School because we have 2 Memorial High Schools in South Jersey, Haddonfield and Pennsville, but there's no Haddonfield Township High School or anything. I mean, there is Haddon Township, but those are 2 separate municipalities and 2 separate boroughs. Pass over the middle, a nice layup by Mendez, the new gentleman on this team. The Roadrunners again cut the lead back down to 1 possession, 6-4. Jump ball? Yes. The possession was between Ace Lassiter, the guard, and Jamari Smith. Now the possession goes to the Roadrunners as Washington Township's own Chris Raccabaldo brings it in. Feeds this out, Raccabaldo. Steps with the right pivot foot, does a little dance, now moves out to the right, and foul is going to be called on Jamari Smith. Smith, another Shore Conference product out of Barnegat, home of the Bengals. He's averaging 16 points per game in 14 games this year, 46% from 3, 53.5% from the field. Mendez can't let that one fall. And this again goes back the other way for Smith. Lays it up, front iron. Trying to keep the ball in play. It was almost successful, but instead out of bounds there as Pearson, the 6'5" sophomore out of Toms River South, did a valiant effort to keep it in, but unsuccessful. Now it's Chris Raccabaldo bringing this one up the floor. It's Lassiter, feeds it out to Davis. Davis into the corner, now moving it for Lassiter. He got tipped and a foul. So the official said that there was some contact on the way up, and for the first time tonight, the Roadrunners will go to the charity stripe, and it will be Ace Lassiter of Lenape. Now, He is one of several players coming from Philadelphia. As in 15 games this year, the guard averaging 12 points per game. He missed that first shot, but otherwise he is a very reliable 86.2% shooter from the line. No good there. So he misses both free throws. Now Raccabaldo will inbound. Brings this out to Mendez. Back to Raccabaldo inside, moving towards the baseline, fading away, can't get it. Now the rebound is by Pearson. This one goes up the floor for Sisk. He's got moves, a nice Euro step, rattles in. And now it's Davis, who will take his time. Guarded from the back by Sisk, trying to force a steal, feeds it into the corner. Aiden Cranmer couldn't get there. Now Sisk feeds with the right hand to the newest man in the game, number 3, Miles Marabutto. Starrett over to Sisk, another pump fake. Sisk inside with the left-handed leg, couldn't get it. Mendez rebound. Now it's Davis bringing it up the floor. Here comes a three. No! That was so close, but gravity denies it. And now Sisk, bounce pass in the lane. Is he going to get a foul or is it going to be called a travel? No, a jump ball. I gave them 2 options and they gave us option C. A jump ball is called, Ocean possession. And we will remain with 24 seconds on the shot clock, 15:40 left in the first. And a foul is called. Looks like this will be the first against the home Roadrunners so far. So the first foul of the day against the Roadrunners goes against Lassiter. Taking it directly off the inbound is Starrett. Now it's Sisk. Over to Dakari Harrell of Pemberton of the BCSL. A little bit closer to home. That one's no good. Now a feed down the Raccabaldo into the corner. Cranmer, 3, bang! 1-point game. Now the ball gets swiped away. Sisk behind the backcourt line, bringing this one back to Harrell. Harrell feeds this one into the corner. Harrell wasting no time, cuts to the left side with the right hand off the window, and it lays on top of the rim before it is finally blown out. And it's a 1-point game again, 8-7, Ocean over RCSJ. They had an early lead, but the Roadrunners have kept them in check here in this early juncture. Mendez with another turnover, that's his 3rd. Bringing this one down the floor, has open room, a 3, bang! Robert Pearson. As the ref signaled to the scorer's table, that will just count for 2. It is now 10-7 as his foot was on the line. Maybe even both feet were on the line for Pearson. I thought it was, but I couldn't tell exactly. Oh, Mendez in trouble. Now feeds it back out. Cranmer pump fakes, moves inside. Here comes a 3. Lassiter got it. Lassiter knocks it down to tie the game. 10-10 here with 6 minutes gone in the first half. I mean, Starrett really acting like a great combo guard here with his size at 6'3". That one rolls over. He hits off the boards. Now here comes another shot from the baseline with a pump fake. Can't get it. Gets his own rebound. There's another shot. Can't get it. They'll get a 3rd chance with Pearson. He tries to rip it away. Tries to create some space on offense and doesn't go. Ball out of bounds. I was sounding like an auctioneer for a couple of seconds there. But after a 3rd chance shot doesn't go. So Brandon Williams expressing his displeasure. This will be inbounded by Starrett. Shot is denied by Mendez. He makes up for his prior turnovers. Now this is going back the other way for Davis. Mendez at the volleyball line, passes this one back out to Raccabaldo. As Ocean prepares for another player to check in. Raccabaldo with a nice screen. Davis cuts to the left and now to the right. Wide open into the corner. It's Cranmer. 3! Roadrunners have their first lead of the night. As a handful of back and forth possessions, Ocean wasting no time, fouled on his way up. Does not get the shot to fall. And now two more players will sub in. Number 14, Jeremy Grosp, and number 20, the 6'8" freshman out of Manchester, Evan Weiner. At the line for Ocean is Dylan Sisk. He's out of Lincroft, out of Middletown South. Again, most of the players on this Ocean County team coming from the Shore Conference. 14 games played this year, 14.5 points per game. He's shooting 71% from the free throw line, 23.5% from deep, and 46% from the field. In his last game versus Thaddeus Stevens, he put up two of 7 from the field, 4 points in total. He had a season-high 28 points in a 79-67 win over Camden County back on January 9th. He played 35 minutes in that game, all but 5. Really a warrior on the floor, and even in a game versus Salem, he played all 40 minutes in a 78-71 loss. Now, that might not account for, it could be 40 total minutes, including maybe an overtime period, which I'm not sure. No, the game didn't go to overtime, ended in regulation, 78-71. So that is really impressive, unless that stat is scored wrong, to not come out of the game for the entirety of the match. Taken down by the 6'8" forward Weiner. He trips over Cranmer. Of course, Ocean County was here around the holidays last year. They were the winners of the 2023 Roadrunner Classic. Of course, this year the winner was Manor College, the Blue Jays out of Bethlehem, PA. They played Williamson Trade, Bryant and Stratton, Rochester, and of course RCSJ. RCSJ took home 3rd place. Bryant and Stratton took home 4th, and Williamson Trade took 2nd in what is actually a conference game between those two. What was actually counted as a conference game between Manor and Williamson Trade. Cranmer from the line, his second shot is good, 15-12. As Marabutto brings it up the floor, he gets a pass from Grosp. Baseline, Weiner, jumper, no good. Rebound, Cranmer. I mean, Evan Weiner is probably one of the tallest players I've seen on this specific basketball court in a while. But he comes out of Manchester Township, home of the Hawks. Covered them during the football season back in October. Oh, he tried to bring it down, but it counts anyway. Mendez whiffed on the dunk, but as the rim was coming back to set, the ball settled in, and Mendez will get the points anyway. Now it's Starrett from deep, guarded by West Deptford's own Aiden Cranmer. Raccabaldo goes in for the swipe. He's got it. Now they've got a man in transition. It's Raccabaldo versus Starrett. Contact on the way up, but no foul. And the shot goes to make it 19-12. A heave down the floor. Ocean wasting no time. Immediate fadeaway jumper is good. And Jeremy Grosby is the one who puts that one in front. And now it is a 5-point game. But Ocean County wasting no time on the possession. Dancing over the backcourt line. And Williams trying to say that was a reach. Shot is good. Now it's Starrett. Passes it to Marabutto, the 5'8" freshman out of Monroe Township. Oh, Starrett was looking at the bench when he tried to get a pass. He wasn't looking. Now he gets a 3. How about that? Brian Starrett. He got hit in the arm because he was looking at one of his defenders, When Marabutto decided to pass it to him, he got hit, came up with it anyway, got a second chance, and hit a corner three. The foul is going to be called against Jeremy Grosp, and a timeout will be called. This will be inbounded from Mendez with an underhand feed to Davis in the corner. Wiener's pass gets knocked down, and it's going to go the other way. Vikings will get the ball back with Grosp out of South River from the lovely shore town of Seaside Heights. It's Marabutto into the corner for Kai Barkley out of Toms River South, home of the Indians. Corner, three, contact, and it's good. No foul. As the newest sub into the game, Dorian Alston, the 6'4" sophomore, gets himself a bucket, 21-20. Bounce pass. Over from the top of the key. Nice little floater. Mendez finishes on the layup in air. And it's 23-20. Nice feed into the corner to tie it. Knocks it down. Jeremy Grosp forces Brandon Williams into a timeout less than a minute after the last one was called by Ocean. It's 9:41 left in the first half. We are all tied up after Jeremy Grosp knocked down a corner. This one is going to be a pass out to Titus Bacon out of Camden Eastside High School. Now it goes back to Cassius Willis. Bounce pass to Bacon. Guarded into the corner. Now it's Cranmer. Three! Aiden Cranmer knocks it down to retake the lead. Moves over. Nice move, but a foul. Again, Williams beside himself there on the foul call. This is going to send to the line for Ocean County Dorian Alston, the sophomore at Brick Memorial. He's played in all 14 games for the Vikings, 5.5 points per game. Also 4.5 rebounds, under an assist per game, but a very reliable 86% from the charity stripe this season. (26-25) after the charity stripe trip by Alston. Nice crossover and a nice screen by Mendez. That's moving through traffic. Gets knocked down. Now it's Mendez again who clears the play, going all the way out to the volleyball line. Bacon standing on top of the logo. Moving inside with coverage from Mendez. Fouled on his way up. Is there going to be an offensive foul there? The basket is good, and it will count for an and one as Titus Bacon goes to the line. The freshman out of Eastside, 8.5 points per game this year, 70% from the stripe, and 54.5% from the field. Moving in. Layup no good. Cassius Willis bringing this one up the floor. Passes into the corner for Davis. At the top of the key, Mendez pump fakes, gets around Wiener, and he's got it. Vikings immediately with a wide open look for three, and it's no good. Willis picks up the rebound. Vikings tried to go with quantity and speed over quality there, and now Cranmer puts up a three that's an air ball. Rebound Wiener. Evan Wiener, the tallest player on both of these teams at 6'8". Ocean County themselves have a couple of big men with Robert Pearson, Omar Hadid, and Dorian Alston. And you could argue that 6'3" guard Brian Sterrett also fits that criteria. as DeCarry Harrell will check in, Weiner will check out. But that's the thing that I think people misunderstand about basketball sometimes is, you know, they ask why somebody like Taco Fall didn't succeed in the NBA, and he's 7'6", or why some of the other bigs in the NBA that are good, like Victor Wembanyama, you know, why they're so successful, or why somebody like Giannis Antetokounmpo, even though the fact that he's 6'11", and Jokic, who's 6'11", can play center so good. Well, the thing is about those guys is that, you know, the reason why guys like Bol Bol or Taco Fall didn't truly succeed in the NBA was because height is a very good thing to have, but if you don't know what to do with that height, then you're not going to get anywhere with it. Now, of course, the reason why we look at Victor Wembanyama so highly is because he can shoot threes, he can dunk, he can move, he's a very lanky center. I mean, it's crazy. It's going to be an offensive foul called against Mendez. So that's the 6th team foul. The next foul sends somebody to the charity stripe. Here comes a three, no good. Rebound Mendez as he spins around in the paint. Now moving over into the corner, Raccabaldo, the big man for three, no good. A rebound by Sisk. The 5'10" sophomore guard showing off his skills in the rebounding game. Three, good. Dorian Alston knocks it down from the corner. That corner's been a popular one tonight. And it's now a one-possession game again, 31-28. High pass to Raccabaldo. Keeps this one in play. Back to Bacon. Nice pass and a nice fake. Finds another man in the corner. Willis has time. Three, no good. Sisk brings this one back up the floor. Look out now. Foul is called. Let's just say you could hear that gentleman, the official, very clearly. It does give Ocean County the bonus. First shot is good from Sisk. As it's 31-29. That one's good. Again, if you're just joining us, 6:30 left in the first half. I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Greta Fairstad up here on the top of the booth. As it's a 31-30 game, 1 point between the Roadrunners and the Vikings. Here between two teams at drastically different stages of their season. That three does not fall. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell gets past Bacon. Now it's Sisk. Dribbling with the left hand, spins around, switches hands, now flicks it back out to Harrell. Harrell, right hand, off the window, and good. And the Vikings, for the first time in a long time, retake the lead with 6 minutes in the first half. Getting ahead of myself. 32-31. Seriously, a high-scoring first half here. As a lot of success from downtown. He gets fouled, a late foul. The foul is going to go against, okay, it's going to go against Sisk. But Patrick Boylan, the head coach there, expressing his displeasure with the call. Patrick Boylan became the head coach during the 2017-18 campaign. A former head coach of the Montgomery County Broncos over in Bluebell, PA. He was named the associate head coach in 2015. Also played at Bucks County College and Delaware Valley University. Playing in the NCAA Division III tournament with the Aggies and winning the MAC Freedom Conference Championship in 2010. Down the floor, right hand. I thought he was going to throw it down, but he elects not to. The Vikings are assisted by Evan Andrees and Anthony Petit-Claire. and Rebecca Boylan. Nice feed across the floor. Willis, no good. Off the mark there as the Roadrunners trying to play hurry up to match the Vikings. Contact, but no foul. Now more contact. Driving through the lane. What a pass through his, oh my goodness. That's a jump ball. Dylan Sisk trying to help himself not to get in a confrontation. So the Roadrunners have this one. Raccabaldo to inbound. It's Bacon. Cranmer. Now Bacon, three off the front of the rim. Feeds it out into the corner. Cranmer, another three from the corner. Rolls over the rim. Rebound Sisk. 4 minutes, 10 seconds now in the first half. Spinning is Harrell. Feeds it over to Sisk from the semicircle with the left pivot foot. Feeds it back out to the forward. Now it's another one for Alston in the corner. He moves inside through heavy traffic. Now bounce pass again, trying to find somebody to get the ball to. And a foul before the shot. The shot will not count. The foul is going to be against, no, it's going to be against Lassiter. And going to the line is to carry Harrell. Harrell out of the Burlington County Conference in Pemberton. The Hornets, sophomore 6'2" guard, 5.8 points this year and 50% even from the line. Into the corner, Raccabaldo, pump fakes, moving inside for Alston. That shot rattles in as Titus Bacon gets it. Here comes a three. Good! As Ocean extends the lead with Harrell. Don't have stats in the website yet, but they improved to 12-2. The best in Region 19 as Mendez from the top of the key with the two different colored shoes. This one gets stolen away. Moving over is Davis. He's got room, but whistles for a double dribble. Sisk brings this one up the floor for the Vikings. From Starrett back to Sisk and back to Starrett. Back to Sisk again. These guys are playing hot potato on the basketball court, and we've got to travel. I mean, that's just a play right there where Ocean is trying to extend their lead after being on a hot run, a little bit disrupted by the timeout. And it just seemed like there wasn't a lot of structure to it. They were just passing back and forth and back and forth. And for how fast-paced this offense is for Ocean tonight, maybe the objective was to slow down the pace to throw off Brandon Williams and the Roadrunners. Maybe that was the idea. Mendez back at the volleyball line, passes to Raccabaldo of Washington Township. He looks for a man, gets it to Davis, pump fakes, now moves towards the baseline. Here comes a shot, and no good. Can't get the rebound either, as now it's Pearson who brings it down. Pearson back to Starrett. And now it'll be Sisk, guarded by Bacon. Leaves a man open. Three, no good. Second chance, how about that for a lightning fast shot by Brian Starrett to make this a 41-34 game. 41-34, I'll tell you that, with how much size there is on this floor, there's anything but ants marching here on the basketball court this evening. Shot from Bacon, no good. Feeds it back out. Starrett has trouble with it. Guarded from the back. Now he's taken away. It's Bacon all alone. tries to go for the shot, misses, but then the second chance, it's Davis who is right behind him to get the shot in, and now it's 41-36. A heave across the floor to Sisk. Finds a man in the corner. Alston has been there all night. No good. Mendez goes for a rebound. He dances with it. Now the ball gets away, and the ball was last touched by Grosp. Roadrunners ball. 1 minute, 18 seconds remain in the first half. The Roadrunners were out to an early deficit and then crawled their way back in front. Now Ocean has the late edge. In the final 100 seconds here is Raccabaldo with a one-handed heave across the floor to Bacon. Bacon calling a play, guarded by Sisk. He'll drive this one to the right side. Now he feeds it with the left hand back to Mendez. Mendez back to Bacon. Bacon crosses over to the right side with a screen by Bacon. Raccabaldo, three, got it! Raccabaldo knocks it down as the big man hits his second three ball. Now he passes it back out to Marabudo, three. 44-39, 5-point game. Really could be anybody's game going into this halftime break. Davis takes it all alone, but the ball comes out of his hands in the layup. Now wide open, right hand, slaps the backboard with authority. But now Ocean gets the basket back. They turn the ball over, and they get another shot. How about that for Brian Starrett to a hyped-up Vikings bench as he gets 4 points in as many seconds. Now it's Bacon bringing it down the floor again, guarded by Sisk with the left hand in. We've got a foul, and that's going to send the Roadrunners to the line as Sisk costs his team with a foul. But a huge swing for the Vikings here at the end of the first half as you blink and you miss it, and now they're up by 9, which is their largest lead of the day. Titus Bacon will go to the free throw line as Mendez will sub out. Right now in the final 17 seconds on the floor for the Vikings is Marabudo, Grosp, Pearson, Alston, and Sisk. For the Roadrunners, it's Amara Sacco. Then you got Cranmer, Bacon at the line. Excuse me. Misses. Raccabaldo. And then along with that, Chance Kershaw to round out the five here with 8 seconds left. It's Grosp. 5 seconds left. He's all the way out at the volleyball line. Feeds it out for a buzzer-beating three to end the half. He's got it! Dorian Alston ends the half with an exclamation. 8 points. Actually up by 12, I'm sorry. 51-39. I underestimated the Vikings, I'll tell you that. They were off to a hot start in the first couple minutes of the game, and then the Roadrunners came back. And then now, again, kind of symbolic of the topsy-turvy seasons both of these teams have had. There's 8 seconds to shoot. Starrett comes to a sliding stop, a grinding halt. And now Davis will bring this one up the floor for the Roadrunners. He dances across the backcourt line, is able to get his feet steady and the ball steady with it. Cranmer, catch and shoot three. No good. That was hard to tell. The net did not move as we've got a foul. Smith with contact on his way up, and we've got the first foul of the second half. I was going to say, the gentleman who just sat down for the Roadrunners, he's been out for a decent amount of time, Fred Orrock. He did play on Saturday versus Salem, went 8 for 11 from the field, but he is not dressed on the sideline. He did deal with an injury earlier in December, where he left the game early versus Atlantic Cape. In a 71-47 loss versus the Buccaneers. But he's had 4 games this year where he has 10 or more shots. Lassiter slashes inside and makes it 52-41. Here comes a shot that doesn't fall. .42-41, lead cut to 9. Cut to 11. My math is not mathing right today. Davis, Raccabaldo's open. Davis gets the shot in. Now Ocean wasting no time, moving in, and good. A nice save by Davis. And the inbound is passed over to Jabari Smith. Moving in, nice spot, but Mendez, oh, he falls down, and a travel is going to be called as as Davis fell down. It's going to be Pearson. As you heard a little bit of conversation there between, or maybe even a little bit of a confrontation between Williams and one of the referees. 56-45. Nice move there. Here comes a three. No good. Raccabaldo brings it down, and a foul. Think this is going to be on Smith. No, instead it's on Pearson. Raccabaldo with contact. There's another foul. So Ocean County certainly in foul trouble early. That pass went over everybody's head except for Raccabaldo, who was all the way out at half court. Now it's Cranmer, feeds it to Lassiter. Pump fakes several times. Now it's Raccabaldo, three, no good. Trying to save it. Somebody's flying into the bench. Now Cranmer goes for a swipe. Now it's Sick. And it's good. Dylan Sick. Dylan Sick gets it down. And it's a 13-point lead, 58-45. Raccabaldo again, he's attempted several threes outside, now he's inside for the layup. Basket is good, 58-47 now. Moving in against Starrett for an air ball three. Now Mendez getting out of there. Tried to find a man open, doesn't fall, and Starrett gets it back. Here goes another heave down the floor. He's got room. He loses the ball. Up, foul, no shot. And they're going to send him to the line for two. So Hazier Davis gets hit with his third foul. And to address the foul trouble, they're going to bring in Willis after the first shot. First one is good.
Entering the game for the Roadrunners, number 3, Cassius Willis.
Timeout. That was a high pass taken in by Davis. Passes it to Willis. Goes back out to Davis. He slides, spins with the right hand, foul and one. Big break there for the Roadrunners as they want to start off on, kind of breaking on a momentum run. That's kind of what you need in this kind of long second half. Because remember, as they go for the end one, one of the things that makes men's college basketball different from women's college basketball is the fact that you play a 20-minute half instead of 4 10-minute quarters. As the end one shot is good. 10-point game now, 60-50. Immediately bringing it down the floor is Miles Marabutto. But I mean, the NBA plays in quarters, high school plays in quarters, pretty much every youth travel organization I worked for over the years, they play in quarters. But men's college basketball is the only game in organized basketball that still plays in a very long half system. Which, not to say that I don't mind it, I think it's unique, I think it's interesting. And when it comes to player wear, it also, makes the strategy a little bit different. A lot of your coaching has to be on the fly because you have the same amount of timeouts, but you don't have that quarter break in there to break it up. And a lot of times 20 minutes of continuous play is something that is certainly a wearing kind of situation. That's going to go back the other way as Davis lost it. But the Roadrunners on a big run, they have closed the lead to 8. It's Marabutto bringing it up the floor. Makes Davis miss. Shot goes over, pass goes over. That's good. That'll be a jump ball. I thought that was going to be a walk because he jumped and then he stopped, but didn't take a shot, but they did call a jump ball. So Roadrunners ball. It's Lassiter bringing it up the floor. Again, out of Philadelphia and out of Lenape Regional High School in Medford. Bringing it back to Willis, to Cranmer. 3 ball. Good! Lassiter knocks it down. The ace of the staff makes it 60-55. Foul on the way up. Foul is on Cranmer.
Foul on number 21, Aiden Cranmer. His first, team's third at the line for Ocean, number 20, Evan Wyatt.
First shot no good by Evan Weiner. 6'8" freshman out of Manchester. Weiner has averaged 8 points per game, 47% from the field, 78% from the free throw line out of Manchester Township High School. Originally out of Toms River. It's Davis, guarded by Marabutto. Ball almost got swept away by Marabutto. Now it's Cranmer, who was just received his first personal foul. Raccabaldo a little wide off the glass, and now it goes back to Marabutto, who passes it to Harrell. Now got room for Smith. Smith in the lane, shot rattles out. And it's gonna go the other way for an offensive foul. That last shot did not count because it was after the whistle. And Again, the lead has been cut to 6, 61-55. It's Lassiter. Makes Grosp miss. Bacon at the top of the key, feeds it out to the wing. Floater from mid-range, rebound, offensive rebound by Raccabaldo. Dominating in the paint. Now feeds it to Willis, can't get it. 2 hands on 1, can't get anything there. Now they're gonna bring it down to Marabutto. He's gonna pass it to Jamari Smith. Smith spins, fires, foul. I thought we were gonna see a monumental slam from Evan Weiner, but instead he will go to the line for 2. As we said, Evan Weiner is the tallest rostered player on either team tonight at 6'8". And he misses another free throw. Not a good omen there. 61-55 here at the timeout mark with 12:54 left in the half. The second free throw from Weiner rattles in, takes a couple of hops. Now 62-55. It's Bacon, guarded by Marabutto. Crosses over to the left. Raccabaldo in trouble, feeds it to Mendez, who's back on the floor. Pump fakes now, brings it to Raccabaldo again, and a foul. It'll be Bacon to inbound. And got a new sub for the Vikings. It's going to be Kai Barkley coming in for for Smith. Feeds it out, catch and shoot, 3, off the mark. Raccabaldo picks it up. He's double guarded at the baseline, now feeds it back out. Right hand, a reverse, doesn't go, no contact. 4 fouls on each team here in the early going. That ball gets away. It drills Coach Cooper in the corner. And it came about 6 inches from knocking over his Chick-fil-A cup. So collateral damage there in the corner as Kai Barkley passes this one to Weiner. Feeds it in the middle, Weiner, right hand, can't get it to fall, feeds it back out, and a foul. The foul is against Cranmer, it's his second. So that is the team's 5th. They'll be 2 fouls away from the bonus. That one's good. 63-55. As we said, Dorian Alston out of Brick Memorial, the 6'4" sophomore. 14 games played for him this year, 5.5 points per game. A very reliable 86% from the charity stripe. Raccabaldo feeds it to Lassiter. Down the floor for Davis. He's got room. Feeds Mendez. Did you see that? The red bar flickered on the scoreboard because of how Mendez touched the rim. Now Barkley steps, feeds it to Grosp. Again, guarded by Lassiter. 3 ball, no good. They got 5 to shoot. We've got a foul. That is the 6th foul against the Roadrunners. Next one for the Roadrunners brings the Vikings to the line. Shot clock resets, and Raccabaldo brings down a rebound. Now it's Bacon, cuts to the right with Barkley guarding. Feeds it to the big man, Raccabaldo, the center. A high pass into the corner, but he takes a shot anyway. Too short. Davis inside, in the paint, gets denied. Wiener brings down the rebound. A heave down the floor again, this time to Grosp. Little back and forth passing there, now moving inside for Marabutto. He stepped on the baseline, but we've got a foul. No, it's a kicked ball violation. Because it's a kicked ball violation, it doesn't count as a personal foul, or as a team foul, rather. And we're going to have an offensive foul on Ocean.
Offensive foul on Ocean, number 22, Jordan Olsen. His first team kick.
And certainly Ocean County's coach is confused as to why their team wasn't allowed to take 2 shots from the free throw line. Because the referee did make a foul signal, but it was just a kicked ball violation. As this ball's taken away, here goes Marabutto. It goes in. Davis. Back to Lassiter now. 66-55, 11-point lead here in the final 10 minutes of this one. Roccabaldo pump fakes, using that speed from the 5 position. Rattles out off the top of the backboard. Wiener brings it down. Alston needs a hand. Barkley fakes a pass. 3, good! Jeremy Grosp hits a 3, and Ocean calls a timeout. They'll have Davis with contact. I'm going to say he stepped out. I mean, I'm just surprised that wasn't a foul. They're going to put 27 on the shot clock here. It's Mendez, feeds it out into the corner, catch and shoot. Roccabaldo rolls over the rim. Now it's Davis with 3 men on him. Loses the ball, last touch. Roadrunner ball. It's Roccabaldo, back to Mendez, into the corner. The guys are passing the rock well, but they just need to get some shots off. He got a shot off. Wow, he fires it off the foot of Sisk. Now Sisk has the basket. It tips off the hand of Alston and goes out of bounds. It's Roccabaldo. Mendez for 3. Good! Mendez knocks it down, and it's an 11-point game, 69-58. Another one in the corner for the big man, Wiener. He loses it, hangs onto it, heavily guarded by Mendez. Back pass. Back to the logo for Grosp. 15 to shoot. They've got time. Now it's Cranmer. He makes a man miss, and the floater. What a move by Grosp. Brings Ocean over the 70 mark, 71-58. Taking it himself at the basket, a foul. Believe this will be on the Vikings, which, yes, it'll be against Alston, which will give the Roadrunners the the Vikings their 6th foul. Same deal as the first half. Next foul is a bonus. Shot is good. Checking in, Jamari Smith. He'll send Alston to the bench with his 2nd personal foul. That shot is good. Roadrunners reach the 60-point mark, 71-60. Still with 8 minutes left. A high pass, Weiner. Raccabaldo touched it last. Ocean will hang on to the possession with 14 seconds on the shot clock. 8:04 left on the game clock. Weiner fading away in the paint, knocks it down. So Evan Weiner with a basket, the lanky center. Mendez, no good. All alone, Sisk, bounce pass, contact, could not get the shot down. Now they make another Ocean man miss. He loses the ball, and I believe they'll hang on to it. Yeah, the Roadrunners will hang on to the possession. It's Davis. Feeds it to Mendez. He's got room. Staying a little bit lower energy here. Here's Davis. Guarded by Gross, hanging on from Mendez's pressure. Feeds it to Cranmer. Raccabaldo sets a very nice screen along with Mendez. 2 screens in 1. Is it twice as nice? Oh my goodness. He almost bent the rim in half. Now Weiner knocks it down. There's another turnover there. Mendez might have another chance. Now he feeds the ball across.